Following Christian Horner's dramatic dismissal from Red Bull after 20 years, the four-time world champion Max Verstappen posted a tribute that has everyone analyzing every word. But this isn't just about gratitude. It's about a driver at a crossroads who might be saying goodbye. The timing couldn't be more significant. Red Bull sits fourth in the Constructors Championship at their lowest ebb in years. Multiple high-profile departures have left the team in what experts describe as a crisis. Verstappen trails championship leader Oscar Piastri by 69 points at the season's halfway point. His chances of a fifth consecutive title appear extinguished. Yet Verstappen's response to Horner's exit revealed something deeper. Posting on X, he wrote, "From my first race win to 4 world championships, we have shared incredible successes, winning memorable races and breaking countless records. Thank you for everything, Christian." These words carry weight beyond simple courtesy. They represent a public acknowledgement of a partnership that defined an era. They also signal respect despite rumored tensions between the two men. Most importantly, they demonstrate Verstappen's character during Red Bull's darkest hour. Christian Horner's dismissal after 2 decades shocked the Formula One world. The team announced the decision Wednesday following a remarkable decline in performance. Red Bull's fall to 4th place prompted immediate management changes. Laurent Mekies now assumes the roles of CEO and team principal. The departures extend beyond Horner. Multiple high-profile staff members have left Milton Keynes recently. Red Bull's new powertrains division remains questionable. The team faces what analysts call a management and technical transition period at best, a crisis at worst. Verstappen's frustration with car performance and handling has become increasingly apparent. The once dominant Red Bull machinery that delivered 4 consecutive championships no longer provides the competitive edge. Recent results reflect this decline, with Verstappen finishing 5th at Silverstone while losing ground to McLaren's Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Verstappen remains contracted to Red Bull until 2028. However, his agreement contains performance clauses that permit early departure. These escape clauses could facilitate a swift move to a rival outfit. The clauses remain active for next year, providing Verstappen flexibility in his decision-making. Industry insiders confirm these performance triggers represent legitimate exit opportunities. Verstappen's management has structured the contract to avoid being trapped with an uncompetitive car. This foresight now appears prescient given Red Bull's current struggles. The German manufacturer Mercedes has conducted a years-long public pursuit of Verstappen. Team principal Toto Wolff confirmed talks between the two parties have occurred. Verstappen's manager Raymond Vermeulen also acknowledged these discussions. Mercedes has made no secret of its desire to secure Formula One's most dominant driver. 4 prominent racing analysts have offered differing perspectives on Verstappen's optimal strategy for 2026. Their assessments reveal the complexity of his decision. Mark Mann-Bryans argues Verstappen should use 2026 to assess grid performance. The sweeping regulation changes make all team performances unknown until testing begins. Formula One history shows championship-winning drivers making poor timing decisions and ending up in uncompetitive machinery. Mann-Bryans questions switching to Mercedes if they get it wrong all over again. He similarly doubts pinning hopes on Adrian Newey delivering instant success at Aston Martin. His conclusion: teams will always find space for Verstappen because he is just too good not to. Ronald Vording presents Mercedes as the safer performance bet. He notes Horner's admission that there's no guarantee Verstappen can win with a Mercedes engine, but adds it would be embarrassing for the German brand if Red Bull beats them. Vording believes it's very unlikely for a newcomer to beat Mercedes straight away. However, Vording acknowledges the political complexity. With Horner gone and Helmut Marko remaining, Red Bull may have created an environment the Verstappens prefer. This creates tension between personal loyalty and sporting ambition. Stuart Codling advocates patience until 2027. He argues Verstappen has time on his side and risks poor timing similar to Fernando Alonso, who secured only 2 world championships despite his talent. Codling notes Mercedes' serial failures in the ground effect era have tarnished their 7 consecutive championship memory. Philip Clearan emphasizes that performance represents the only legitimate reason for Verstappen to change teams. He warns that nobody knows what 2026 will bring, making patience the wisest course. Clearan highlights a crucial risk. Mercedes would likely demand a long-term contract, making future exits more difficult than Verstappen's current situation. Former Formula One driver Ralf Schumacher provides the most direct assessment of Verstappen's thinking. Schumacher confidently states Verstappen remains strongly considering a Red Bull exit despite Horner's departure. Max of course wants to stay at Red Bull if possible. That's where it all started and he owes a lot to Red Bull, Schumacher told Sky Germany. But this valley that Red Bull is going through now will last for some time, I fear. Schumacher predicts Red Bull's struggles will continue for 2 to 3 years, following historical Formula One patterns. He dismisses optimism about 2026 regulation changes providing salvation. I lack that fantasy, because for 2 or a year and a half Pierre Wache has failed to make the car really drivable and good. The criticism of technical director Pierre Wache represents significant insider knowledge. Schumacher's assessment suggests fundamental problems with Red Bull's technical approach extend beyond recent performance dips. This technical failure forms the foundation of Verstappen's consideration to leave. So, I still think that after last weekend Max is thinking strongly about leaving Red Bull, Schumacher concluded. His analysis carries weight given his Formula One experience and paddock connections. Nelson Piquet Jr., brother of Verstappen's partner Kelly Piquet, provided revealing insights during the Pelas Pistas podcast. His family connection offers rare insider knowledge of Verstappen's thinking. They're talking, everyone knows that, Piquet Jr. said regarding Mercedes discussions. What remains to be seen is whether they'll come to an agreement contractually, but that is an option, everyone knows that, it's being discussed. Piquet Jr. dismissed speculation about Verstappen taking a sabbatical. He will be there. I think by August he'll have made his decision. They'll either come to an agreement or not. His August timeline provides concrete expectations for resolution. The summer break traditionally serves as Formula One's primary contract negotiation period. Piquet Jr.'s prediction aligns with industry patterns. Regarding Mercedes' driver lineup, Piquet Jr. offered a definitive assessment. If he goes there, it will be Antonelli. It will definitely be Antonelli, absolutely. This suggests George Russell would face displacement if Verstappen joins Mercedes. Mercedes faces its own challenges while pursuing Verstappen. The team's recent Silverstone performance disappointed, with Russell finishing 10th and Kimi Antonelli failing to complete the race due to collision. These results raise questions about Mercedes' 2026 prospects. Both Russell and Antonelli currently lack new contracts beyond 2025. This contractual uncertainty provides Mercedes flexibility in accommodating Verstappen. However, it also creates instability within their driver development program. Toto Wolff's public pursuit of Verstappen spans multiple years. The Mercedes team principal has acknowledged the flirting between the organizations. This transparency represents unusual behavior in Formula One's typically secretive driver market. Mercedes claims advanced development in their 2026 engine project. Industry sources suggest their power unit represents the most sophisticated design for the new technical regulations. However, engine performance alone cannot guarantee competitive success without proper chassis integration. Aston Martin emerges as a potential dark horse in Verstappen's considerations. The team's connection to Adrian Newey and Honda creates appeal for a possible reunion. Newey's track record of championship success provides credibility to Aston Martin's ambitions. Ferrari represents traditional Formula One appeal, though current circumstances seem less favorable. Lewis Hamilton's struggles with the SF25, which he called the most difficult car I've driven in wet conditions, suggest technical challenges continue at Maranello. The 2026 regulation changes create opportunities for unexpected championship contenders. Teams with superior technical approaches could emerge as surprise leaders. This uncertainty makes predicting the optimal destination extremely difficult. Laurent Mekies faces enormous pressure in his new dual role as CEO and team principal. Gerhard Berger, former 50% owner of Toro Rosso, questions whether Mekies possesses the killer instinct required for championship operations. Sebastian Vettel's rumored involvement in Red Bull management has generated speculation. However, Christian Danner doubts Vettel can provide salvation in the midst of this hullabaloo. The team requires immediate technical solutions rather than long-term leadership development. Helmut Marko's retention provides stability for Verstappen relationships. The Austrian has maintained close ties with the Verstappen family throughout Max's Red Bull career. Marko's presence offers continuity during the management transition. The theory that Horner's dismissal aimed to retain Verstappen has gained traction. Former driver Gerhard Berger suggested this connection, though Ralf Schumacher disputes the link. The timing certainly creates speculation about motivations behind the leadership change.